Roblox keeps ruining their freaking game. You see this? This right here? This is what it's all about. This is all I want. Welcome back to another week of Roblox ruining their own website and their own game and completely dismissing the people who built them up and made them the game they are today, or rather made them the commercial success that they are today. And I mean, we all know why. We all know why it's happening. Corporate greed and stupidity. So, in protest of Roblox's dumb decisions, I'm going to play Roblox games while I spit nonsense at you about what it is they're doing wrong, because all they can ever do is do things wrong. Oh, got him. Bro, what are you doing? I mean, it's common knowledge by now that Roblox doesn't give a piss about their community, or rather that they just care too much about other things to give a piss about their community. I don't really know what an accurate descriptor would be, but it's genuinely irritating to see them do things that just kind of spit in the face of everyone who's been here for such a long time. Granted, I haven't even been here for as long as everyone else has, or rather as long as other people have. You know, I've been on the website since like 2010, 2011. So, I mean, a decade at least. But, you know, there's people who've seen many other changes that I'm sure were controversial at the time, but I feel like we're going through a stage now where these changes are way more controversial than any others that have happened. I mean, we saw the logo rebranding. I don't care. Personally, I kind of like this logo better than the other one that they had when they first rebranded the logo. I still prefer the old one, probably just for nostalgic reasons, but this one's still better, I think. Overall, it's just a more appealing logo. I saw someone on Twitter say something like, oh, this logo rebrand is just for the sake of the Metaverse. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know how much Roblox cares about the Metaverse, so I would not put that past them. No. Safe House. Safe House is a good map.
Alright, you know what to do.
Not Safe House. I know Roblox has been going in this new Metaverse direction. And I, just like everyone else who's living and breathing, thinks that this concept is stupid. I understand the concept. I understand the idea of complete interconnectivity online and basically existing online. And to an extent, that's a really cool thing, but I mean, when you're trying to just build reality in a digital scape, at what point is it no more interesting than reality? You know, other than the fact that you have to have a headset strapped to your fat dome in order to experience it. Oh gosh, Woo! I'm so good! Oh my god, I'm so not. Please, thank you.
Awesome.
Holy.
Level for him.
That was embarrassing. There's some post I saw, and I can't remember where I saw it, but it was basically a transcript of a meeting that Roblox had with investors or something like that, where they were detailing their ideas, and their ideas were that essentially everyone would have an avatar that looked pretty much like themselves. You know, they would have the personalization of like clothes and stuff. They're moving towards fully 3D clothing. They're moving towards, you know, a humanoid avatar that is supposed to look like you. And it all adds to that metaverse thing, right? Where you exist in the digital front. It's not an avatar, it is you. Wow, that was such a good play on my part. And I mean, this is the exact same thing that Facebook is doing, right? I think in VR that's much more of an acceptable thing to do, but like, I don't know. And it could be nostalgia talking. It's probably entirely nostalgia talking. Roblox is my childhood. So to see them trying to take it in such a stupid direction, I mean, in the best way I can put it, it's not Roblox, is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it something entirely different. And I really hate that. Like I said, they're trying to move towards completely 3D clothing, humanoid avatars that look like you. You know, no more
Show
little
me
blocky
what you're
boys.
made
And
of.
people, you know, again, I'm probably just blinded by nostalgia. Oh, I want to feel like I did when I was a kid. But no, I just like the style that Roblox is. It's my childhood, and so to have that reminiscence of, oh, it's still kind of similar to what I knew when I was a kid is like, well, not much has changed then, you know? I'm still able to experience these things, and, you know, it's the same game, but, I mean, it quite literally seems like they're trying to change it entirely. And I hate that. That's terrible. I mean, I can't necessarily say it's going to be a better or worse experience doing this, but obviously what this all boils down to is appealing to shareholders and appealing to corporate, you know? It's trying to be very corporate-y in the sense that, I mean, like let's say when they changed the name from games to experiences, like, you like video games? What are you, 5? No, no, we don't play games here. We're enjoying experiences. This is a new wave of digital experiences. It's just them wanting to move away from what really made them what they are in the first place, and try to be something entirely different to appeal to shareholders and, again, to corporate, to business, all that crap. And I think in turn, I mean, they're still gonna have a lot of players, sure, but a lot of people that called Roblox home are just gonna leave it. And I can definitely say that if this is the direction they start to go in, I can definitely see that happening for myself, where I just don't want to play this, you know, completely different game with Roblox on the title. I mean, like, there's the thing, like, on, I think Clone Trooper 1019 makes it, the Super Nostalgia Zone or whatever. That's probably still going to be around, you know. But, I mean, I guess the thing comes into consideration that it's like, well, if they're going to limit you this much, because, I mean, okay, they haven't for sure said that they're going to strip away the use of R6 or even R15 and that they're fully going to R-throw. That's not, like, officially confirmed or anything like that. So, who knows? You know, it could be whatever. But it just, in the way that it seems that they want to go, they want to remove all that. So if they're going to limit their players in just in the sense of creating an avatar, then how much more are they going to limit their developers? You know, maybe it'll get to a point where something like Super Nostalgia Zone just doesn't exist. I saw a post a while ago that said that one of the next console that they were going to put Roblox on was going to be the Oculus Quest, the Quest 2. I thought that was a weird decision.
All right,
You know, in my head, I'm like, yo, Roblox would do so well on the Switch. It would do so well on the Switch. Even the PS4, I don't think the PS4's install base is that much of this kind of... The sound effects on this gun are distracting me. But, like, the Switch or even the PS4 would be great candidates, and I think the Switch more so would be. I mean, I would love to have, like, Roblox on the go like that, you know? I mean, yeah, I have it on my phone, but I don't like playing games on my phone. But there was a report showing that they were likely doing the Quest next, and at first I was like, that's kind of really weird. Like, there's not enough games on Roblox, as far as I'm aware of, that support VR to make it worth it. But now that all these things are coming about, that they want the Metaverse to be the big focus, and they've been talking about it for forever, so it's nothing new, but like, for them to put such a higher focus on it, I think now it's like, oh, that's why they want to do the Quest 2. It's a standalone VR headset that has a pretty large install base, and by putting it on the Quest 2, I feel like it would pressure developers to incorporate their games into VR. And again, I am definitely against the Metaverse thing as it's currently being directed by them. But if I got Arsenal in VR, I'm not going to complain. Like, I would actually love that. Certain games going into VR I think would be super fun. You know, that's... I love playing on the Quest. I love playing games. Doom VFR is like the best freaking thing to play on Quest. And I'm not apologizing for that. Or Knock. Knock is really fun too. But I just think that now this really is starting to make sense as to why. But now it's very evident why they wanted to go to Quest is because they want to do the whole Metaverse thing, like Facebook's doing, where you exist in the Metaverse. It's just, I don't know. The Metaverse in and of itself is not a stupid concept. It's when you are trying to implement it in a sense where it's just reality inside of a virtual space, and you take all the creativity and possibilities out, then it's just like, well, what even is the point then? I'm really hoping that Roblox kind of gets the memo that maybe this isn't going to work out. I really hope that if they do implement something like this, it doesn't work out so that they can reverse it, because I don't want to leave this game that I've been playing for, again, almost, well, actually 2 decades. No, I'm an idiot. I don't want to leave this game that I've been playing for a decade. It's a game that means a lot to me. So I would really hate to see it go in a direction that's just not favorable like that, you know? I would really hate that. I have been ranting about this for this long, and I forgot to even mention the actual, the thing that actually tipped me over the edge. Like, they've been talking about this for a long time, and you know, much of this information's been known for a while. But the one thing that happened recently that really ticked me off and just like pushed me over the edge to make me angry was the deletion of all their blog posts before either 2019 or 2018. That is just the most just it makes me so mad. It really does, because it's like, in the most literal sense, the erasing of their history, the erasing of what's built them up to this point. I hope that those blog posts are archived on some website somewhere, because they do hold just really nice pieces of history. One thing that I have gotten upset about in the past is the lack of really interesting, really unique events. I loved the egg hunts, like, a lot. I love the egg hunts. I started out with the 2013 egg hunt, and I played all the way up until they didn't make them anymore. So in terms of Roblox and its history and things that mean a lot to me, the egg hunt is one of those big things. I love 2013. 2014 was broken. 2015 was pretty good. 2016 was a good return to form. Basically following in the footsteps of 2013. 2017 was really where they put on the big boy shoes, and they said, we're really gonna, I think 2017 was the building blocks of, let's take what makes these really good and just expand upon them just a little bit to make it more adventurous, make it more fun. And then 2018, I mean, they just absolutely tore it up. And I mean, I can't stress that enough. I mean, 5 team with, you know, the Great Yolk Tails is just so sick. It's such a good game. I still go back and play through that egg hunt like every year around egg hunt season. Even when 2019, 2020 came out, I still did it because they were just, it was such a good game. I'd even go and make alternate accounts just so I could play it like through the story again. I think that one and 2017 were the only 2 where I managed to collect all of the eggs, and that was a big thing for me. So that was what really also made 2018 feel so great to me, was I put in the effort. I sat down and I got every single one, and I was very happy about it. And then 2019 and 2020 were pretty garbage. I think the idea of spreading 1 egg per game was a cool concept, and it, you know, it was incentivizing people to check out games they may not otherwise check out. And you know, at first I was like, well, this is kind of dumb, but then it led me to discover Bee Swarm Simulator, which I love. I think that's a great game. Oh my gosh, I'm queeping on these fools. So yeah, egg hunt is a big thing for me, a big thing I love. It's something that meant a lot to me. So that's why when 2019 and 2020 went the way they did, not even necessarily they were spread across different games or different, but that they just kind of didn't work all the time, and they were constantly broken. Terrible performance in the lobbies and stuff like that. Although 2019 had a lobby and 2020 didn't, which was even more of a concerning thing. And then, of course, you know, they decided not to do egg hunts anymore and just not bother with that kind of thing. And that was really upsetting. I was very upset about that. But yeah, so, I mean, what I was leading up to. I know I've ranted quite a bit about what is seemingly nothing. You know, so a reason that the blog post being deleted is such an upsetting thing to me is, I mean, there's so much history in them, and especially about old egg hunt events. And I would go back constantly and read through them and just see all the things that happened, you know, around that time, because it was such a fun time, and I have so much nostalgia for it and so much remembrance for what happened back then, that to see all of that history, it's like, it's just, all that history is just gone. That's terrible. I hate that. So yeah, them deleting all of the old blog posts was what really, well, I read that and I was like, you're freaking kidding. There's no way they freaking did that. And sure enough, as it goes, yeah, they did. And I just think that was the final nail, I guess you could say, of like they're abandoning everything that made Roblox what it was, and now they're going all corporate metaverse stupid crap, and I hate it so much. We're gonna see the plane crash. I hope. No, I wanted to watch the plane crash. Okay, we still have a chance. Here it comes. Woo! Again, I don't have all the facts. I don't know what they're getting rid of, if they're getting rid of anything, or if they're just trying to embrace this, but still, like, let players do what they want. But in the way that I see it is, if you're gonna sit there and let players do things the way they want to do them, then what's the point of implementing these new systems as a main focus of your website? Because again, we know why they're doing this. It's because it appeals more to the shareholders. It appeals more to business, corporate, all that crap. So to make a game that, I mean, to change the game so much, but still keeping everything that it had before, I mean, how is that going to appeal to the people that they're trying to appeal to in the first place? So I don't see it being sensible. It doesn't make sense that they would do all of this just to leave everything else in, because then what was the point? It's just a lot of time wasted and a lot of nothing garbage that they just spent so much time on, and for what? Ultimately, what this boils down to is, I think Roblox is starting to head down a path, and I mean, like I said, they've been slowly doing this as time has gone on. They've been talking about it more and more. They've been getting more and more into it, and I just think that we're getting closer to it just being the final moments of what we know as Roblox. And I don't plan to stick around for it if it does. Hopefully certain games will come about again. Like, I mean, I know there's rocky histories with these games, but Graphicstoria was a old Roblox emulator kind of game online. There's another one with like an F in the name. I think it was like Fire something, but I could be completely wrong. And of course, Block City. I mean, you know, we gotta love Block City or Brick Planet or whichever one. The owner's completely brain dead. He has no idea what he's doing. I think that's everything I had to rant about, really, is all of that. It's heartbreaking to see them erase their history like this. A history that I grew up with, you know, since 2010, 2011, whatever it is. So, you know, just to get to the point where they're really doing the best that they can to erase all of that is just, it's lame and it's dumb and I hate it. And I really wish that it wasn't the case. We'll see what happens. If anything happens, it's gonna happen gradually, I think. They also mentioned something about like on the sense of the avatars that look like you, is they want, like, you know, using a camera on your device, whatever you're playing on, to capture lip syncing and eye movements and stuff like that. Again, this all plays into the same things that Facebook has been talking about in terms of a new Oculus Quest or Meta Quest, whatever the stupid name is. A new headset that has cameras on the inside that detect eye movement, and one that has a camera projecting downward to lip sync. It's quite literally the same thing, and it's super sad to see that they're taking after what Facebook is doing. That's the real tragedy, is they're copying Facebook. It's the time we live in. How did we get stuck in the worst reality possible? Anyway, that's the rant. I don't think I have anything else to say. If I do, you can be sure that you'll hear it, because I can't shut up.